Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day here on Good Friday. Good Friday. Now, that is a bizarre term for many because this is a phrase, Good Friday, that's being used to describe the memorial, honoring remembrance of the crucifixion of Jesus. So on a day where Jesus, and as a Christian, I see him, the Son of God, on a day that Jesus, the Son of God, is crucified at the hands of the Roman authorities, we call that our Good Friday. Words sometimes can do funny things for us. And so I'm going to get back to Good Friday in a minute, but I want to talk about some of the things that accompanied Good Friday and the way we see words, for example. In Matthew 27, the story is told about Jesus being in front of Pilate. Now, Pilate's the Roman governor, and Jesus has been tendered over for Pilate basically to figure out what to do. So Pilate on this day traditionally would release a criminal into the populace, let him go. And he's got on his hands this criminal named Barabbas. Now, Barabbas, interestingly enough, is not only a criminal, a thief, but he's someone that's rowdy enough. Pilate figures the people will yell for Jesus to be released. And so he thinks this is an easy way out of his predicament of what to do with this Jesus guy. So Pilate says, "Whom do you want me to release to you? Barabbas or Jesus, who's called the Christ?" This is in Matthew 27. "Who do you want me to release?" And the people cried out, "Barabbas. Release Barabbas." Now, Barabbas is Aramaic. It's an Aramaic name. And it's put together of two words. Bar, which means son, and Abbas, which means father. So it's a daddy's boy, but literally the people are yelling out in the language of the day, "Release for us the son of the father." Well, as a Christian who understands Jesus to be the Son of God, I find an irony in that because the Son of the Father was Jesus. The other was a wannabe. He had the name Son of the Father, but he wasn't Son of the Father. And so Barabbas is released, Jesus is crucified. I want to make 3 points real quick and then I'll end this. Number one, the world can be a blur of confusion. We might see things one way when they're really another. And we need to pray for clarity of thought. We don't need to get confused on who the Son of the Father really is, which is point number 2. Let's try really hard to be clear on who God is and who God isn't. God's not a figment of our imagination. God's not someone made in our image, such that we can surmise he must be what we think he should be. When we start doing that, we make the mistake of overlooking who he is and being confused in this world. And then point number 3, it is a Good Friday because as a Christian, I see Jesus' crucifixion in and of itself not great at all. But in light of Easter, it is a great Friday because this is the day where, in a sense, my sins, my shortcomings, my offensiveness in morality and spirituality and conviction and heart and emotion, all my inadequacies, all of that has been resolved by the death of one who was perfect. So that death, like An insurance policy is paid for the wreck that I am. And I have Easter to look forward to, and that makes this a Good Friday, which is why I've tried to make this your video thought for the day.